Hey guys, Jackie M from Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. My apologies for running a couple of minutes late. That was my fault. And welcome everyone. This is a very, very special broadcast because it's the first time we've got world-renowned Nyonya cuisine specialist, and she's a Nyonya specialist, not just of Penang Nyonya food or Malacca Nyonya food, but of both varieties of Nyonya cuisine. And Debbie Teoh was invited to join our core Masters of Malaysian Cuisine group a few weeks earlier, but this is the very first time she's actually done a cooking demo for our audience. So make sure you welcome her warmly. Debbie, lovely to have you at last.
Thank you, Jackie, for having me on board.
No, we're very, very excited to have you. Guys, make sure you say hello and let us know where you're watching from. We are continuing, as for those of you who celebrate Chinese New Year, you would know that Chinese New Year actually runs for 15 days, which is why our Kongsi Kongsi series continues. And I'm just going to quickly play a clip from Tourism Malaysia, and we'll come back and talk to Debbie a little bit more in 30 seconds. We'll see you back here in a sec. Hey, now, we're ready to go. We're ready to go. Come on. Gotta make a move to get there right now. Somewhere nice that we can get away. Better than the ordinary day. You're my paradise. Malaysia, truly Asia. Hey guys, welcome back again. It's Jackie M from Masters of Malaysian Cuisine, and we are so incredibly excited to have Debbie Teoh, who is based in Kuala Lumpur nowadays. But like I said, Debbie is a specialist in both Penang and Malacca Nyonya cuisine. So great to have you, Debbie. How you been?
I'm fine, thank you, Jackie.
Okay, so tell us what you're making today, because I was asking Debbie earlier behind the scenes a couple of things about the food that she's making, and she's got very intriguing a backdrop to it, right? So yeah, can you tell us a little bit about what you're making and why it's considered a Chinese New Year dish?
Okay, what I'm making today is called a stir-fried vegetarian bihun, served with a Teochew sauce. All right, why it's I would say it's auspicious because it's served on the first day of Chinese New Year in my home for the last 50 over years. Because we are born Buddhists, first day and the 15th day of every month we observe being vegetarians. And for Buddhists who are not whole life, I would say, who are not full-time vegetarians, when they are observing vegetarian on the first and 15th day of the Chinese lunar calendar, they do not take any shallots or garlic in their vegetarian cuisine.
Okay.
All right.
So apart from Teochew, what else is going in this dish?
Okay, this dish, you have the vegetarian oyster sauce, dark soy sauce, light soy sauce, ginger, lots of ginger because there's no garlic, so you have to have some aromatics in your fried bihun. So ginger plays a very important role. Yeah. And I'm also gonna teach tips and tricks of how to prepare, because you're gonna have a lot of vegetables inside, like bean sprouts. How you're gonna remove all those bean sprout blackheads. I hate them. I really hate them.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Guys, like I said, make sure you say hello. Let us know where you're watching from. And also, if you want Debbie's recipe and all our other recipes, just sign up at malaysianchefs.com/join today. And again, for those of you that realize, our Wednesday and Friday broadcasts are actually done in partnership with Facebook group Masak Apa Tak Jadi Hari Ini. So, apa khabar semua from that Facebook group? Make sure you say hello. Kalau you all nak recipe, sila daftar dekat malaysianchefs.com/join today. Yeah. All right. So if you'd like to get started, Debbie, let's have a look and see how this is done.
Okay. Before starting, I'm just going to show the tips and tricks on how to get your bean sprouts clean. All right. Okay, so when you buy bean sprouts, it's always like this. Can you see?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. You can see all those black things. So what I normally do is, because there's a lot of it, what you can do to save a lot of time cleaning, get a strainer, and just lightly scoop it up. The other camera is off, so can't see.
Sure.
Can you
Cool.
see? So it gets rid of all those, like bean sprout heads quite quickly.
Right.
Yeah. So because always I hate to do this.
I think in Australia, our bean sprouts doesn't have that problem. I don't know if anyone else has that problem with the bean sprouts overseas.
In Malaysia, it's horrible. And then if you don't have a maid, then you'll be like screaming. You know, if you're cleaning like kilos of it, like me, when I'm doing orders, it's like kilos and kilos.
Oh my goodness.
There's a lot of it.
Oh my goodness.
Just little. You can see the whole pot of it. So yeah, do
Right.
that. That's a trick. Yeah. And we're gonna use other vegetables. There's a lot of vegetables here.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, try some. So try some. Get the Japanese ones are less bitter for our Malaysian audiences. Here, our vegetables are a bit bitter. Yeah. So just get the big ones. Yeah. Yes. Unless you get organic, then that's a different ball game altogether. Yeah.
How interesting.
It's more expensive. Yeah.
Okay.
So get this. Cut them into 1-inch lengths. Very quickly. You can use a pair of scissors. It makes your life easier.
Sure.
So you separate the stems from the leaves because the stems will go in first.
Sure.
So get them ready.
Nice.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Another. And in the recipe, you will see that I will write 5 dried shiitake mushrooms. So the dried shiitake mushrooms are actually like this. So after soaking, you see them plumped up like this.
Right.
All right.
That looks very different to the shiitake mushrooms that I'm familiar with. Is that from Malaysia? Okay.
No, it's not. It's from China.
Okay.
You get them as gifts during Chinese New Year.
All right. Yeah. Is there a reason for it? Is it meant to be?
Chinese New Year, they will normally gift all the auspicious or expensive products like mushrooms, abalone, dried abalones, and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's meant to be a sign of prosperity sort of thing as opposed to, okay, gotcha. Yes. That makes sense.
So how do you remove the stem? You use a pair of scissors. It makes your life easier. Rather than using a pair of knife, then you will cut your hands. So see, quickly get it done.
Cool.
So, okay, it's very thick. So what I normally do is I slice it horizontally into 3 to julienne it to these strips like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
Sure. Yeah. Cool. Then you will have another ingredient that is the tofu, the white tofu, or we call it the tau kuah keras. There's 2 types. One is the soft tofu, soft white tofu, and this is the tofu, the firm tofu. Get the firm tofu when you're stir frying. So again, you need to slice it horizontally. My camera is not showing, can't see.
That's okay.
Here, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, slice them. The peranakans are always finding for more work. Everything needs to be sliced easy, nicely. Or else they'll say, so kasar, so tak senonoh, all those things.
Yeah.
So you get them sliced like that.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Do they break apart when you're cooking it, or do you have to be careful that they don't break up, or?
Okay, you can do 2 ways. If you're serving it at a party, you want it to look all nicely like julienne. What you can do is you saute your garlic, stir fry your tofu, and set it aside first. Then just before tossing everything, you just mix it together again. Then it will look very pretty. All right.
Okay. Sure.
And I'm using cabbage, Cameron cabbage. So just again, all sliced thinly like that.
Sure.
So you can actually, this is a 1-dish meal, very easy to prepare. cabbage lasts long in your fridge, so it's
Sure.
easy. If you don't have choy sum, don't worry, just put more cabbage. That's how we roll, right?
Yeah, exactly.
We have carrots. We have carrots. The earbuds is dropping. No, it's okay. We have carrots as well for color. So carrots again, Julie. Any questions from the viewers?
A lot of people saying hello from all over the world.
Hi.
We've got people from. We've got. Let me just scroll back up. We've got Elaine from the Netherlands, Chef Ismail Ahmad from Kuala Lumpur, Jack Guggenheim from Frankfurt in Germany, Enkun over in Australia, Renee in Dubai, Aina from Malaysia, Penang in Pahang, sorry, Malaysia. Rin from Kuala Lumpur. May says hello everyone. Wendy says happy Chinese New Year from Melbourne. Michael Chong says great to see you again. Hazel, lots and lots of people saying hello. So Mazda from Budapest cool. Oh, you've got those. Okay. That looks very similar to my shredder. Okay.
Yes, so carrots, you can just shred them like that. Okay. If you don't shred them like that and get them all like that.
Okay, sure.
Then just rinse it. Why rinse? You need to rinse them because if you do not rinse them, the color from the carrots is going to discolor your fried noodles. So that's the trick. Yeah, or else your fried noodles will be like orangey in color.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. Sure.
So you just rinse put this. Just rinse with running tap water. It's fine.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm just gonna put some water and rinse it.
Sure. Miranda says, great recipe. Love to learn this. Thanks from the Netherlands. And Rochef Yin from Kuala Lumpur. Vivienne says from Malacca. Nyonya Viv from Malacca and KL. Yay.
Yes.
Sheila Ahmed in Germany. Alice.
So, wash and drain.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So now I'm gonna start stir frying everything else. So for the yellow bean paste or the fermented bean paste, I'm using the whole bean paste.
Sure.
Compared versus the paste. I mean the finely ground ones. Finely ground ones are not as nice as the whole bean paste.
Okay. Sure. The it's very salty, right? Do you add any? No? All right. Okay.
Yes. The ones from Lekker, the one I'm using from Lekker, it's actually it has a tinge of sweetness inside. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's actually not that salty as what you think it is.
Yeah, sure. Okay. I find like they're all different. Like
correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's the teochew that makes or breaks your pongteh. Yeah.
Is that right? Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. So cooking oil, normal cooking oil. Don't use any olive oil or whatever oil. Just normal Malaysian cooking oil will do. Okay.
Sure. Cool.
So I like to put a bit of salt first in the oil. Why? Because it's somehow rather the salt is evenly distributed as putting it later. Especially fried noodles, right? It tends to, if it doesn't dissolve, so it's one portion is like salty and then the others there's no taste.
Okay. Cool. I've never done that before, putting the salt in the oil. Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. So your ginger, you can use a old ginger or fresh young ginger, just julienne them. Okay, like that.
Okay. Sure.
So saute your ginger until it's fragrant. You don't have sufficient oil. About 3 to 4 tablespoons.
Sure.
It tends to stick because ginger has this characteristic that makes your wok stick a little.
Yeah, that's right. It does.
So don't worry about it. Just scrape it up. So salty until the fragrance is really fragrant. Can you see? Yes.
Yep.
So I'm gonna add in your shiitake mushroom that I've julienne. Here.
Cool. I can't remember the last time we had such a diverse group of people from everywhere. Cardiff in Wales. I don't think I've ever seen a comment from Cardiff in Wales. That's amazing. Kevek says, love your kabaya. The kabaya is really nice.
This is Indonesian kabaya. Yeah, it's called Aneka Gronyo. Yeah, every region has got a different kabaya. So that we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So I'm adding the yellow bean paste.
Okay, sure.
Saute until it's fragrant.
Cool. Audrey Teoh says she's proud of you.
My sister, my elder sister.
And Michael was asking, is that old or young ginger? Debbie said you can use either or.
Yeah, I can. You can use young or old. It's fine. I'm using old. It's more fragrant.
Yeah. Like someone was saying earlier. Yeah, someone was saying earlier, old ginger is very expensive in Australia right now. Last I saw was like $59 a kilo, Australian dollars. I know.
If you can get your hands on Thai ginger, please do. It's fabulous.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah, we can get Thai ginger over here. So you can use that.
Is it expensive or?
Yes, it's more expensive than China ginger, almost at par with Bentong ginger.
Oh, right. Sure. Gotcha. Cool. Just let me remove your names. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's better.
So I can really smell the fragrance. I'm going to add in the tofu.
Okay,
cool. They call it.
Cool. That's a lot of tofu.
Yeah. It's 400 grams of vermicelli, so that's quite a lot of seafood.
Sure.
So my auntie in Malacca, she still observes this dish till today. She's 83 this year.
Wow.
Yeah, she's staying with my sister. Yeah.
Has the recipe changed over the last 50 years that you're aware of, or has it been pretty much? Okay.
For us, it's because it's in the family. So this is the one that we go to for first day, Cheik and Chap Go, we call it. The first day and the 15th day of every Chinese lunar calendar.
Right. Okay. So interesting.
Once it's fragrant, just add in your other vegetables. So put in your stems first because the stems are a bit hard.
Is that going to be your dinner tonight?
I guess so, yes. The kids will freak out because there's no meat.
So for the first day of Chinese New Year, do you eat a lot of different vegetarian dishes, or is this the main thing that you eat?
For lunch it's normally this, and then dinner my mom would normally cook a few dishes, simple vegetarian dishes. Can be as simple as fried potatoes, Jackie, just normal fried potatoes, not wedges, not French fries, just potatoes like that, pan fry in oil, it's sliced thinly and it's not crispy, and then just drizzles light soy sauce over. It's actually quite sedap.
Really? Someone was asking, I think it was Mama who was asking in my Facebook community, is there anything that the Chinese in Malaysia cook as the main, like that uses potato as the main ingredient? Now you've just given her the answer.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. How fascinating.
Yeah, it's very simple dish, but it's nice.
So
simple. Yeah. So
Kun is asking, Debbie, do you need to pre-fry the tofu strips first? You didn't, did you? Only if you're...
I didn't.
Okay, sure.
You want to pre-fry it, you can. If you're serving it as a dish for your friends and you want it to look whole, like it's pretty,
Sure.
real, yeah, Julian form.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, Renee was asking the same question. Cool.
Yeah. You notice that my tofu hasn't broken into like mushy pieces. Can you see that? Yeah?
Yeah, interesting. Sure.
Yeah, because this is we call it the tahu keras versus the tahu lembut. This is the firm tofu.
Sure. Cool.
So
Faith
look at
is
the
saying,
color.
it is very colorful.
Yeah.
You don't put any sliced chilies in it though?
No, the chili will come in the form of sauce.
Okay.
So this is non-spicy at all.
Okay. Right. No. Sheila Amin says, missing Nyonya food in Frankfurt. Her late mom used to cook it. It's very cool.
Okay.
Faith Tang was saying, Lala move to me, Debbie. What's Lala move?
It's a delivery service.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Faith is one of my customers, so she orders cookies and all that, and my kueh. So I normally Lala move to her.
Oh, no wonder. Okay. Sunita is asking about your knife. She thought your knife looks really sharp and cool, and if you can buy it in Kuala Lumpur anywhere.
Yes, online. You can get it online. It's cheap.
Okay, well, there you go. You'll have to contact us later for the details. Cool. We have a lot of comments, guys. For those of you who we didn't call out, sort of thing. Yeah, thanks so much for commenting. But keep going, and if we miss any of your questions, we'll go back and answer them later on. This is just all the vegetables so far, right? You haven't even put in the vermicelli.
No.
Wow.
So yes, after this, I'm gonna add in your vegetarian oyster sauce. Okay. Vegetarian oyster sauce. Mushroom powder. Why mushroom powder? Because we cannot take any chicken stock granules or whatsoever. So mushroom powder comes in a stock form like this, or in powder form. So both ways you can use. So just
Right. I use the powder form one quite a lot, and it's great. Yeah, it's very flavorful.
Yeah. So I'm gonna add some water.
Sure. The vegans would love this dish. Vegans are always interested in this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Zahara Othman says, hi, Debbie. Good to see your demonstration. We met at Zaleha Opens launch in KL.
Yes. Hi, Zahara. So you can see that there's a bit of sauce at the bottom.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So two options. If you want your vermicelli or fried bihun light with all these beautiful colors, you don't need to add dark soy sauce. If you want some color, just add a tinge. I would like to add a tinge, just very little dark soy sauce.
Is there any particular brand of dark soy sauce you like to use, or?
Yes, this is from Malaysia again. It's called Cap Lembu.
Cap Lembu. Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the yeah. It's not salty as in like real salty. It's got a tinge of sweetness at the end. Yeah.
Cap Lembu, cow brand.
Yeah, Lembu cow brand.
Never heard of it.
Because when I conduct my classes, I've showed my students this versus the normal brands. It really makes a difference in the taste when you don't even need to add any MSG whatsoever.
Right. Okay.
There's no MSG inside.
Oh.
Okay. So you can see the sauce is the color is beautiful, right? So I'm gonna add in the soaked and drained bihun. Okay.
Okay. Sure. Is that about one packet of bihun or
Yes.
more?
One packet is 400 grams.
Okay. That's a huge, huge wok full of noodles.
So I'm going to add in your leaves now.
Okay, sure. Is it just because during Chinese New Year, the first day of Chinese New Year, usually in my family we ate like a lot of pretty fancy kind of like seafood and all kinds of stuff, sort of thing. I've never had vegetarian for Chinese New Year. Is that a Buddhist thing or?
Yes, it's a Buddhist thing.
Okay.
Of course, we have all the fancy dishes on the first day, but because it's we are observing vegetarian on the first day, we have actually kept aside all those fancy dishes that we add on the eve of Chinese New Year.
Mm-hmm.
So on the eve, we have our prayer food. That's another array of dishes that we cook and offer to our ancestral altars. And then, it's a big array of it. So we just keep them aside. First day we will cook this. Then second day we'll go back to the dishes that we add on the eve.
Right. Okay.
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah. Fascinating.
So you can see it drying up. If you find that there's not enough liquid, add more water.
Sure. There's actually very little oil in this. It's just
yes. You notice that. And the color, I like the color so that you can see everything.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So very light tinge of dark soy sauce.
Yeah. Very cool. Alison was asking how much mushroom powder you put in.
About that's one I would say one block of I think about I would say one teaspoon, one heaped teaspoon.
Okay, sure.
One heaped teaspoon would be sufficient because of your Teochew. There's Teochew inside.
Okay. Outsuki is asking what brand of Teochew do you use?
Lembu from Lekker.
Teochew is also. What's this Lembu brand?
This company must pay me money, yeah.
Cool.
Lembu,
okay.
Can see it's Lembu. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a picture of a cow there.
Yeah.
How fascinating! I've never heard of the brand. We need to get it over to Australia.
Yeah.
Michael says, "Chef from Malacca. All ingredients must also be from Malacca."
No, I have ingredients that I like from Penang too. So it depends on what is nice.
Sure. Annie says the dark soy sauce looks like thick caramel. It is the same thing, Annie. Yeah, that's what we know as cooking caramel here. Yeah. Now, Michael is asking any particular bihun brand.
I'm using a local bihun brand. It's from a wholesale shop, I would say supermarket here called Matahari.
Okay, sure. And Renee's asking, did you soak the bihun with cold water, and how long would you advise to soak it for?
Okay, soaking bihun with cold running tap water, soak until it's tender because every brand has got a different consistency. So you wouldn't know how long you need to soak it. So always test with your hands.
Okay, fascinating. I actually usually soak it with hot water. So you soak it with cold water?
Yeah, I just soak it with normal cold water, tap water, and drain it.
Oh, sure.
So we are almost done here. I'm gonna put in my pepper.
Sure. Okay. Mei Ling is asking if you can hold the dark soy sauce and the Teochew closer to the camera so they can check it out.
Oh, okay. I don't have the bottle form because mine is in big form. But
sure.
This is the same brand, Lembu, Chap Lembu from Lekker.
Yeah, look for the pic of the cow on the label.
Yeah, so they have light soy sauce, dark soy sauce. I'm using all three of them.
Okay, cool. Chap Lembu.
My light soy sauce, because mine I bought in a big container, so I'm just putting in a small. Yeah.
Cool. Now, Anthony is asked, will the steam not overcook the vegetables?
No.
Okay.
No. because I don't cook the vegetables until it's lean. So I
Sure.
add it in. You can see,
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's still whole, and your bihun is perfect, right?
Sure. Sure.
So I'm gonna add in your bean sprouts.
Okay. Even more vegetables. This is crazy. Facebook user saying it kind of resembles mee siam because of the taojiu.
Bean siam has got more taojiu. This one has got very little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Sure. There you go.
Okay. So once I put in the
Sure.
bean sprouts, I'm gonna turn off the heat immediately so that your bean sprouts will remain crunchy. Okay. So I've turned
Sure.
off the heat and just toss it
Cool.
in
Cool.
like that. So you can see that everything is still julienne, like whole, but without breaking up.
Sure. Sure. And Vivian was saying she wanted to see the dark soy sauce, but yeah, Vivian, she's only got it in like big commercial bottles, so she doesn't have the bottle here with us. But look for the chap lembu, the cow, picture of the cow on the label from
They can
Malacca.
Google chap lembu dark soy sauce. It comes out.
Sure, sure. Okay.
Okay. So our
Great.
noodles, our bihun, our fried bihun is ready.
Now, I want to ask you because the Chinese, with Chinese New Year, the noodles, and in fact, generally the Chinese, they don't like you to chop up the noodles. Are you conscious of that when you're cooking this, or it doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
No.
But
I
you can
remember
see
when
that it's the string. The strings are not broken.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackie.
Yeah. I remember at my restaurant, even like the Chinese watch you cook any noodle dish, they get a little bit freaked out when yeah,
them.
yeah, when you use your spatula to kind of like chop it up a bit. It's
No,
not good.
because if it's served for a birthday, it's called a longevity noodle. So you're talking when you're cutting those noodles, it's like cutting their life shorter.
Yeah.
So that's why they go freak out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna prepare the sauce now. Okay. So I'm gonna move
Right.
this aside so that the camera can see. Yep.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And we just had a few other comments. Someone, Facebook user says, normally for frying, best to soak with tap water. But if you have to use it's hot soup, best to use hot water to soak. There you go. Cool. Uma Debbie asks, do we get to taste it as well, Debbie?
She's also my Lala Move customer.
Right. Cool. Mala, yeah, she got the time wrong. But yeah, Mala, you need to watch the playback on this because Mala is vegan, and this is a vegan dish. There you go. I didn't even know going into this that it was going to be a vegan dish. But thanks everyone for commenting so far. But yeah, keep hitting us up with your questions. If you've got any at all. Catherine was saying they're not Buddhist, but their family does observe eating Chai vegetarian on the first day of Chinese New Year.
Yeah, Chai vegetarian.
And Dina says, hi, Debbie and Jackie, watching from KL. Happy Lunar New Year. Happy New Year, Dina. Okay, cool. So
for the sauce.
Okay,
all right.
Cool.
Don't have to pound. Don't use your mortar and pestle. Modern. So just fresh red chilies. Try to get the crinkled ones. I don't like this type. It looks very plasticky. What happens is that when even you grind them, it still has that small pieces that sticks to your teeth.
Right,
so get the crinkled ones. Yeah. So just yeah.
Right. Is it just a matter of waiting till it ripens till it crinkles, or is it just a different variety?
No, it's a different brand and different variety. There's no brand name.
Okay, sure. Enkun says
I'll
when
show
we.
when the,
Yep, go on. Cool.
I normally show them when I get them. For maybe in the next class, I'll get them and show.
Yeah.
Today, these few days, the market is still not open yet because of Chinese New Year. So bird's eye chili, up to you. How many you want to put? I'm putting it 3. Okay,
sure.
3.
Yeah.
Ginger. Since you can't use garlic, we're going to use ginger.
Sure.
Ginger, everything in. Teochew.
Sure. All right. Okay. You actually put that in there.
Okay, calamansi.
Uh-huh.
Calamansi.
Okay.
I'm going to put the calamansi lime juice inside. So, okay, there's a lot of people go to the market. They will choose all the dark green, pretty ones. Please don't do that. It's hard for you to press. Get this one. Yeah, it looks ugly, but it's plump and soft. So if you're like me, pressing 5 kilos each time, you appreciate this.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. No wonder she's always
so
so busy. No wonder you're so busy all the time.
all my
Cool.
promotions, my sous chef doesn't want to do all this nitty-gritty stuff. But this makes or breaks a recipe. I'm sure you know, Jackie.
You'd be surprised how much shortcut I take. Anyway, go on.
And again, another trick, another nifty trick is that, okay, how do you sieve or get the juice from a calamansi lime? Don't use a normal, I would say a metal sieve, because the sieve is too fine. You won't get the sac from the lime itself, because I want the sac as well, like in the orange. So what I do is I use this type of colander. Can you see the holes are bigger? So
Right.
when you squeeze the calamansi, it drains easily, and just left the seeds inside. The sacs are all down here, so you get everything.
Sure. Cool. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Quebec was asking, can we make Debbie's screen bigger? We actually can't unless I disappear from the screen altogether. But maybe I'll do that for a few minutes, just so that people can see what you're doing. Okay. But I think you can still hear me. Let me just remove myself.
So I'm gonna add in your calamansi lime juice.
Cool.
There's no water in here. It's just your chili, fresh red chilies, chili padi, calamansi lime juice. Ooh, I can see. So just salt it and put sugar, salt and sugar to taste. So salt,
Sure.
and sugar to taste.
Oh, that's a
And our
decent
sauce
amount.
is ready.
Nice. Cool. Cinda says that in New Zealand and have calamansi plant, which has a lot of fruits. That's great to hear. Oh. Okay. Masna. Now, if you can't get calamansi, can you use lemon or lime?
You can, but the fragrance is different. Totally different.
Sure.
Yes, you can. When you've got no choice, when you're in London, there's no calamansi.
that Masna, that will teach you to live in Europe, right? So how long can this keep for?
The sauce, you mean?
Yeah, sauce.
The sauce actually turns bad pretty quickly because there's calamansi lime in it, so you have to refrigerate it. So probably you want to remove what you need and put the balance in the refrigerator. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So we're not done yet. Almost there.
Okay. Cool.
There's Rick. Then go behind, take the coriander leaf in the Tupperware for me. Thanks. Okay, so sauce is ready.
Wow,
Sauce is ready. I'm gonna start plating.
How many big chilies did you use for that batch? That looks like a lot of sauce. I was quite surprised.
5 fresh chilies, 3 chili padis, about 2 to 3 tablespoons of teochew sauce, and then salt and sugar to taste. That's all.
All right. Okay. There you go. Nice and easy.
Yeah, this sauce wouldn't last my kids. I think it's not sufficient.
Cool.
All right. So I'm gonna plate it, and yes, thank you. For extra crunch, you can add in some cucumber
Oh.
for garnishing. Gives you that refreshing taste.
Mala is asking, would adding oil preserve the sauce a bit longer? Would you suggest adding oil to it? No?
No, not necessarily adding oil. Don't add oil.
Okay. Mala, these nyonyas are very, very, very fussy about their food. No, I'm kidding. All right, let's have a look. Cool. So let me just change a little bit. Yeah. And yeah, for this, Jennifer says Happy Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year to you, Jennifer. For those who we didn't kind of call out, but we're reading your comments, but we don't want to disrupt the broadcast too much by reading too many comments because that makes it really hard to follow, Debbie. Cool. Let me just remove myself again. Okay. Paul is better at this. Okay. Oh, wow. That looks amazing.
Add coriander leaves.
Okay, sure. Now, I want to ask you, because our MOMC chefs, Chef Bob and Chef Joe, are always arguing about which belacan is the best, right? But belacan Malacca, is it meant to be pink in color, or is it just that particular batch that Chef Bob was using the other day?
The belacan Malacca has got no color. No color.
Is that really? How interesting. I've never, yeah, okay. Oh, wow, that looks fantastic. It looks so healthy too. Yeah, it does look awesome. Michael's saying, wow, that looks awesome.
So
wow.
Here is the sauce. Can you see?
Okay, yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
I love it.
So,
that looks great.
So there's not so much vegetables after all, once it's like shrank and limped down. So I think the color is just nice, but those who likes it darker, you won't be able to see the color of your shiitake and your tofu and your other vegetables.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So
yeah. Dina saying so sedap. Yeah. That's fantastic. Definitely.
So it's a very simple dish, but the sauce is the key. Because this is very plain, as what a lot of people say, oh, vegetarian noodles, very boring. Yes, it is, but the sauce is amazing.
Sauce, yeah, you definitely need the sauce to kind of like jazz it up. But I love, like I said, I never knew about the whole first day of Chinese New Year eating vegetarian food. And you've done it for like your whole life. That is fascinating.
Yeah.
Mala saying, so inviting, hungry now. Cool. So on the 15th, the last day of Chinese New Year, you'll eat the same dish, or do you have other vegetarian?
You can eat the same dish or other vegetarian dishes that you like. You can even, you have the tofu, the one that I use for the noodles.
Yep.
You use for the noodles, you can stir fry in bean paste with some chili padi, some sugar.
Okay.
It's another dish by itself that you serve with rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned the potato earlier, and I mentioned earlier that I think it was Mara who was asking about the potatoes. Is there a reason why you serve it like quite plain? Is there a significance to doing like plain dishes like that?
No. Actually,
it's
because
it tastes nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. That's very
because on the eve we already have like a table full of festive dishes, right? From pork to chicken to duck to whatever you can call it. on the first day when we go vegetarian, we just want simple, and we're so exhausted, right? So the faster the dish that you can prepare is better.
Got it. That makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh, Rin says
Yeah.
just make the sauce taste amazing. Chili padi gives it a great kick to it. Oh, Rinna was making it while you were cooking. Oh, fabulous! Yeah, guys, we should do more of these. The cook along style. Okay, so Chinese New Year first. So apart from this, you might have the potato, and what other dishes would you have? Or is that pretty much it because you're just kind of recovering from the New Year's Eve dinner?
No, this will be for lunch and dinner. We normally have the fried potatoes, the tau huang, stir fried in bean paste, and then and another dish, vegetable. Maybe you can either stir fry plain or we can make a krabu. Simple krabu, I would say not even krabu. You know, ladies' fingers, you just blanch them in hot boiling water. And again, we use the tauchiu, calamansi lime, sugar, and chili padi. So you just drizzle over your ladies' fingers. And because you have the sour, tangy, and the plain and everything, it sort of blends together nicely.
Cool. Yeah. And for those of you who might have been wondering about your heritage, I mentioned that you're an expert in both Penang and Malacca Nyonya cuisine. Can you tell people about like your own background a little bit?
Oh, okay. I grew up in Malacca, but my mom is from Penang Nyonya, and my dad is pure Baba Malacca. So grew up. We can't speak Chinese actually, so we only speak Baba Patios at home and English. Even when I went to school, we went to French convent, and the teachers were French nuns. So you either speak English or Bahasa. That's all. Even when we attend Mandarin classes, we'll be like crying because we cannot speak. It's so difficult because we do not speak at all. And then the moment they see your face, they say Chinese, but you can't speak. It's like so sad. Yeah. So we always get the term orang Cina bukan Cina. We look Chinese, we are Chinese, but we can't speak Chinese. We're so banana.
Yeah, sure. So do you know any Hokkien words? Because I noticed you were mentioning some Hokkien terms earlier.
Yes, because this Penang from Penang Nyonya speak a lot of Hokkien, so that's how I picked up my Hokkien from my Penang mom side. Yes, I can speak Hokkien. Penang Hokkien, not the KL or the Klang Hokkien. It's a Penang Hokkien. It's a different intonation again. Yeah.
Okay. Can you understand each other or?
A bit, yes. But once they go deeper, I'm like lost. I'm like, what? I can't get it.
Yeah. How fascinating. It goes to show how much like diversity there is in Malaysia, both in like our cultural background. And Renee says, yay, thank you, Debbie and Jackie. Thank you so much, Renee, for tuning in. Well, thank you so much for this, Debbie. This is amazing. This is a fantastic debut for Masters of Malaysian Cuisine. And for those of you who don't know, like I said, Debbie is the latest member to join our core MOMC group. Our core MOMC group only has 7 chefs. Everyone else is either part of MOMC at heart, or they are part of their guests, invited guests. But Debbie is our, like I said, part of our core group, right? And she and I, along with the rest of our 7 chefs, are going to be involved in a Malaysian food promotion project at the end of March, along with Renee Jufrey as well over in Dubai. So make sure you guys keep your eyes peeled for that. And on top of that, MOMC TV, which is made up of our core MOMC chefs, will be launching on the 1st of March. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. MOMC TV is going to be recorded episodes of our chefs cooking. So we don't have any like technical problems, any audio problems, any kind of like a mess ups sort of thing. But yeah, all right. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Sid says, thank you, gorgeous food and history. Yeah, we're going to have to learn more about Debbie and her background over the coming weeks and months. So we make sure you guys sign up to website and to get a hold, first of all, of this recipe and all our other recipes, but also we're going to be writing more articles around our chefs and everyone's background and expertise as well. Well, thank you again, Debbie. I really appreciate
Thank you,
this.
Jackie, for
It's been
hosting
great.
me.
Oh, yeah, you're most welcome. And I'm sorry for those of you who are wondering why I'm on screen the whole time. It's because of the limitation of this broadcasting software, because it's my account. I cannot actually minimize myself. And yeah, it was either half and half, or I have the big screen and Debbie has the thumbnail, which obviously makes no sense, or I disappear from screen altogether. But Debbie specifically said she wanted me on screen because it's the first time. All right.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. We're going to bump out to Tourism Malaysia again. Have a wonderful rest of the day, Debbie. Enjoy your vermicelli. And everyone else, have a great rest of your evening and rest of the day ahead of you. We'll see you later. That's so cute. All right. See you later.
Bye.